So how many of you actually listen when your body is speaking to you? I'm talking about when you're having pains or aches, if it haven't already manifested into an illness or a disease. How many of y'all actually listening? I'll wait. Are you listening when your body is speaking? When you have those pains and when you having those aches, do you allow yourself to sit in that feeling that is very uncomfortable and you're not familiar with? A lot of us don't. A lot of us go straight to that medicine cabinet and go pop a pill and keep going on with our life. All you're doing is just numbing, really, the nervous system. The nervous system isn't even able to communicate with the brain to be able to find the spinal blockages that you're having because you're numbing it because you don't want to sit with it. Stress, anxiety. Raise your hand if you've ever experienced any of these. Stress, anxiety. Raise your hand or drop an emoji down below if you've ever experienced any of these. Stress and anxiety, what it does to our body, it makes our body, it triggers our body, really. And our body get triggered to enter into a fight, flight, or a freeze mode. And what this can do is cause physical alignments like high blood pressure, accelerated heart. When I tell you psychosomatics and emotions is all entangled within the same thing and it all affects us, this meat suit, this human body, just continue to tap in and I'm gonna dive a little deeper. Okay? So a lot of us understand that we can heal better when we're happy. We can heal better when we're more relaxed. However, we gotta be present in the moment in order for all that to happen. That's why I tell people, be present in the moment, family. Like for real, be present when that emotion takes over, so that your body has enough time to process that. It's going to be uncomfortable, but sit in that uncomfortability, if that's even a word, but sit with that uncomfortable feeling so that our body can process it, we can release and let it go, and life is less stressful. That's the goal, right? To live a life that is not stressed. Why? Because we all bliss down here on this planet. But yeah, so focus on being present in the moment, whatever emotion come up. And there is no emotion better or worse than the other. We came here to have a human experience. So let's just allow ourselves to master each and every emotion, feel each and every emotion, because these emotions are like little tiny teachers here to teach us something about us. When it comes to our physical health, know that our emotions play a big role. I mean, a big role. Not only is our physical health affected, but our mental health can be affected as well, family. Yes, it can. Just think about it. Just think about a time you were stressed. Just think about a time that you were anxious. What did that do? You end up having anxiety disorder. You end up having depression. These are the issues that these emotions, if we don't process them, if we don't release and let them go, they store in our spine, they store in our body, and they create these issues. That's here to teach us something about us. Slow down and just breathe. I got a question. So, were you aware that when you wrap your arms around somebody and you hug them, your body releases a hormone called oxytocin? And that hormone is associated with what? Happiness. Now, way down on the other end of the stick, when you are fearful, when you are stressed, when you are depressed, when you are anxious, your body also releases a hormone. Can you guess what it is? Don't worry about it. I got you, family. When your body releases this hormone, is called cortisol. Are you able to see the mind, the body connection? Are you able to see how when we are experiencing certain emotions, how our body responds to it? Are you able to see that? Can you see the mind, the body connection? Stress. So many different forms of stress, right? And the body work together as a team and it creates these feelings, and these feelings can hurt your health. It can affect so that you can have a safe journey back to home, and back home is back to yourself. That's the goal, for you to return back home, create balance and harmony, returning back to self, so that you can become whole again. Like SpongeBob say, friendship. But yeah, that's the goal, family. Just becoming friends with yourself, opening up your heart and operating from here. Okay. Are you aware that psychosomatics can manifest? It's true, family. Just let's think about it. Like when you're stressed, the mind sends a message to the body and it says, hey, stop. Something here doesn't feel right. Something is wrong. And then what your body does is it releases a hormone that creates headaches, that create chest pain, that create anxiety, that create depression. And we already talked about this, cortisol. So we have to learn how to manage our stress so that it don't manifest. But in order to manage the stress, in order for us to receive the gift, we have to be present, right? You got to be present. You got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Get comfortable with sitting in that anger. Get comfortable with sitting in that uncomfortability. Get comfortable with sitting in that stress. Get comfortable with sitting in that sadness. Get comfortable with sitting in that grief. You just got to get comfortable with sitting in that emotion, sitting in that feeling, so that your body's able to process it, move it through, release it, and let it go. Because we don't want to store it in the body. The body always keeps count. And if you throw it in the back of the mind is the spine. And then you create spinal blockages. We don't want to do that. First things first, you want to identify the source of the stress. Is it work? Is it a partner? Is it your business? Is it school? Is it your children? What is the source of the stress? That's the first thing to do, is to become aware. You have to acknowledge that you're stressed in the first place. Listen to the body when it's talking. Okay, the second thing to do is to either reduce the stress or totally eliminate the stress. That's the goal, is to eliminate the stress, but I know some stresses we can't eliminate. Okay, so focus on reducing the stress, because we ain't doing that we ain't ignoring it no more. Okay, we're head on dealing with it. We ain't ignoring it. We ain't storing it in the back of our spine. We ain't storing it in the back of the mind. Trauma. And I'm pretty sure everybody that's watching this video have experienced trauma. And what is trauma? It normally happens when we aren't able to get over a stressful event, or we aren't able to process a stressful event, and then it continues to affect the quality of our life after, whether it's days, whether it's months, whether it's years. Trauma. Have you dealt with it? Are you dealing with it? Even when we're not dealing with low-level stressors, it still can be sends a message that's saying, hey, this is traumatic to the body, because these low-level stressors are stacking on top of each other, stacking on top of each other, stacking on top of each other, and that creates a pattern. And now the body has gotten used to the pattern, and the body now stores that emotion in that certain area of the body. That's not good. For example, say you're doing something that you love, right? Something that you have a passion for. So all your focus is on this certain thing, this certain mission, this certain purpose that you have. You got all your focus on this. What that mean? You're neglecting other areas of your life. So you're so focused on this passion, right? You spend a lot of time and energy there, a lot of time and energy. Now you're neglecting your health. Your diet ain't up to par. A whole bunch of things can just go wrong with this, because all your attention is focused on one thing. You got to learn how to create balance, family. Even if it's something you love, still learn how to create that balance in between. That's what it's about, balance. Because if you don't have a balanced life, you don't want to become that hamster on a wheel, just going in circles, going in circles. If you know this life is not balanced, create change or create more stress. The choice is yours. Last thing you want to do, family, I mean the absolute last thing you want to do, is go into an emotional crisis, because your mind and your body don't have the tools, don't have the resources to be able to cope with the stress that you have accumulated over time. Learn to manage your stress. You owe your body that. I've been there, family. I've had emotional crisis. I've been through the feelings of feeling unworthy, of feeling fearful, of feeling lack of confidence, of feeling like I don't have any self-esteem. And when we are experiencing these emotions, it can manifest into ulcers. It can manifest into back pain. It can manifest into diarrhea. It can manifest into a whole bunch of so many things. The list goes on, family. Are y'all catching or picking up what I'm putting down? Are you picking it up, what I'm putting down? Are you understanding how the mind and the body has a connection? Are you understanding how when you don't allow yourself to process those emotions, when you don't allow yourself to process those feelings, it stores in the body and then it manifests into pain, aches, illness, or disease? Are you seeing it? Remember, family, emotions are stored in different areas of the body, right? So when you're sad, where do you feel that at? You feel it in the heart. When you're angry, what do? Create headaches. When you're just feeling like, or when your feet is hurting, right? What did that makes you feel heavy? You just feel heavy because your foundation ain't stable. Or when you feeling fearful, where did that stored? Right in your back. Right in your back. So really pay attention when you feeling these certain emotions and pay attention where do you feel it at in the body. Where? So let's go ahead and take a deep dive. I wouldn't even say a deep dive, but we're going to touch the surface when it comes to anger. So when a person is angry, when we're dealing with that emotion of anger, that relates to control, right? So when a person is angry because they have lost control or they're in the process of losing control of their emotions, and then what does? It makes them so angry to where they now have manifested a headache. You see where the mind and the body is connected? Let's go ahead and touch the surface of the heart. The heart is about giving and receiving, right? The heart is about sentimental love, right? And then the heart is about us, territory. So let's take a look at the patterns of the people who suffer from heart attacks. These people deal with unresolved invasions. These people deal with boundary trauma. Most of the time, these people in the past have allowed people to mistreat them. Even today, they still allowing people to mistreat them. These people disrespect their privacy. They disrespect their body. They disrespect their boundaries. They haven't taught these people how to treat them because they allow people to walk over them because they haven't learned to love self. It all begins with self, family. Self-love. That's why I'm so big on self-love. Love yourself. The more you love yourself, the less chances you have of having a heart attack. So love yourself. Don't always be giving. See, that was my issue. I give, but I didn't know how to receive. And the reason why I say I didn't know how to receive because I've always had people throw that shit right back in my face. But no more. I'm learning to love myself. Still on the self-love journey. I'm learning to give, but also receive as well. So yeah, family, don't let people walk all over y'all like at all. Tap into the heart space. Let's go ahead and touch the surface of the stomach. Now, when do you normally have tummy upsets or tummy aches? When you feeling upset, pay attention. When you feeling upset, pay attention if your tummy hurts. Pay attention the next time you get into a disagreement with your family. See if your tummy hurts. Pay attention when next time you have a conflict or a dispute. Pay attention to where you feel that emotion. Right here in the stomach. Why? Because you haven't digest what is happening right there in that moment. You got to learn to digest it. Okay? Are you aware that the heart is 5,000 times much stronger and have a higher electromagnetic field than the brain? Yes, the brain can think for itself. The brain can analyze the world. The brain can observe. The brain can make decisions on its own. But guess what? Let me update you on something or teach you something, a thing or two. The heart can also feel, and the heart can also make decisions independently as well. Actually, the heart can override decisions made by the brain. I know it's been times, I know I can't be the only one, where you really want to do something, right? But then your heart telling you to do something else. That's an example of how your heart overrides your brain. And also, the heart is more than just this muscle that pumps blood. The heart holds memory. The heart holds memory, and we can look at it as an information bank because the heart holds memory. The heart actually remembers everything that we've ever experienced in this lifetime, even if we forgot, because the heart is like look at it as a memory bank, right? So if you ever want to remember anything that you may have forgot, tap on the heart and go within. Tap into your remembrance. See, family, whenever we are under stress, the heart, this baby right here, the heart releases a hormone called cortisol. And that's why it's important for us to stay calm. Take a couple of deep breaths. Okay? You want to stay calm in stressful events, and it's easier said than done. I know. But if you can, take a couple of deep breaths. That way your hearts don't release so much cortisol because it thinks you're very, very stressed out to where you become overwhelmed and do become very stressed. So if you can stay calm in stressful situations, do that, because you don't want to overwork your heart and have it releasing all this cortisol. Then it stores all in your cheeks. You're looking all like this, and it stores all in your tummy, and you got all this belly fat. Like, no. Or it stores all in your arms. My arms don't wiggle much, but yeah, cortisol be storing everywhere, and we ain't got time for that. How many of you actually knew that the heart, this good baby right here, who knew that the heart can actually repair itself? The heart cells repairs damage. Did you know that when you have an emotionally induced, injury to the heart, it triggers the heart to go ahead and fix itself. Well, I don't want to say fix, but heal itself physically. That's powerful. I don't think y'all give the heart enough credit. Y'all better stop sleeping on the heart and wake y'all heart up and be open to receive. Oh yeah, another thing, energy doesn't need your approval to exist, okay? Where focus goes, energy flows. So you got to pay attention to what emotions you're energizing, because wherever you're focused on, whatever emotion you're focused on, you're energizing, you're charging that baby up. And then that can manifest into illness. It can manifest into disease. It can manifest in pain. It can manifest into aches. It can manifest into headaches, whatever the case may be. Do you really want that to manifest into the physical? Think about this body, your meat suit, your vessel has a natural electrical flow. And whenever there is spinal blockages, whenever there is any type of blockages, whenever there is any type of stress, and when I say blockage, that's what I'm talking about, stress, whether it's physical, chemical, emotional, spiritual, the list goes on. But the body holds on to that, okay? And when the body is stressed, it's not able to send out the messages effectively. So focus on being more kind to the mind. Focus on being more gentle with your body. Focus on being more present, and focus on what type of emotions you're choosing to energize. Now, before we go, family, I do want to share an exercise with you. I want you to think of a very dominant negative emotion. Think of something that you've been struggling with. Once you got it in your mind, I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to really tune into that emotion. What is it that you're sensing? What is it that you're feeling? Where do you feel it at in the body? What is your body communicating to you? After sitting with this for about 5 minutes or so, I want you to write it down and see what comes up. Remember, family, negative emotions, it disrupts the body's natural harmonious flow within the anatomy. You see how this flow is? You see how that is just flowing like a dragon in the water, or a dragon in the air. You see how, or a dragon in the sky, whatever. You just see how it's flowing, right? Kind of like the Kundalini. But when there's a negative emotion, it's like, oh, there go a blockage. Oh, there go a blockage. Oh. You see how it's not flowing? This is what we want. We want that natural flow. Environmental influences. Your environment can trigger certain patterns of emotions that are stored in the body to the point where it activates the generational trauma. Now, every third generation repeats unresolved trauma. That's why it's important for you to pay attention to your maternal and your paternal grandparents on both sides and see what is being repeated, because you want to be able to stop that generational curse. You want to be able to stop that generational trauma, so your grandchild, because that'd be the third generation, right? So your grandchild ain't got to deal with that. Let it stop with you, baby. Let it stop with you, family. Go within and heal that. Learn to manage your emotions, and stay tuned, because I'm going to talk more and more and more about how the emotions are connected to the organs and how the emotions are connected to the body, family. Until next time, the Goddess of Love is out. I love you. Drop them green hearts. Shower me with some green hearts.